1991. In a tiny dorm room in Helsinki, a 21-year-old writes lines of code that will one day power the world's most critical systems, from Google's data centers to the International Space Station. But back then, it was just a side project. It's the early 90s. Finland, a country known for its education and tech innovation, is on the brink of a digital revolution. Personal computers are becoming more accessible, but the software running them, expensive, clunky, and restrictive. Enter Linus Torvalds, a quiet, introspective computer science student at the University of Helsinki. To his peers, he might have seemed ordinary, but beneath that unassuming exterior was a mind brimming with curiosity and a relentless drive to understand the very core of computing. Linus wasn't chasing fame or fortune. What fueled him was a deep-seated frustration with the limitations imposed by existing software. Proprietary systems were black boxes, closed off, restrictive, and stifling to innovation. One day, Linus discovered Minix, a simple operating system designed for educational purposes. It was useful, but it lacked the freedom and flexibility he yearned for. So, he made a bold decision. He would build his own operating system, not for profit, not for recognition, but to push the boundaries of what was possible. A personal project to scratch an itch, to create something better. August 25th, 1991, Linus posts on an online news group.
Hello everybody out there using Minix. I'm doing a free operating system. Just a hobby, won't be big and professional like GNU. This has been brewing since April and is starting to get ready. I'd like any feedback on things people like, dislike in Minix, as my OS resembles it somewhat. Same physical layout of the file system, due to practical reasons, among other things.
He hit send and set off a chain reaction. What started as a humble announcement ignited a global movement. Developers from every corner of the earth read his message, and they responded. They didn't just offer feedback, they contributed code, ideas, and expertise. Linus's project was no longer a solitary endeavor. It had become a collective mission. The community wasn't just building software, they were pioneering a new way of working together. By 1994, Linux had evolved into a robust, flexible operating system. It was no longer just a hobby, it was a formidable challenger to the giants of the industry. But more importantly, it was proof that open collaboration could achieve the extraordinary. Word spread beyond the halls of academia and into the boardrooms of multinational corporations. IBM saw the potential and invested billions, integrating Linux into its enterprise systems. Red Hat built a successful business providing Linux-based solutions, and when Google launched Android, it chose Linux as its foundation. Today, Linux is everywhere. It powers 96% of the world's top 1 million servers, runs on most of the supercomputers, and is at the heart of Android devices. It's even aboard the International Space Station, helping humanity explore the final frontier. But this isn't just a technological triumph. It's a testament to the power of community. Linux showed the world that when people collaborate openly, they can create something that transcends borders and limitations. Amidst all this, Linus remained refreshingly grounded. He often said,
I'm basically a very lazy person who likes to get credit for things other people actually do.
His humility belied the impact of his leadership. Linus understood that the strength of Linux wasn't just in the code, it was in its contributors. The Linux Foundation continues to nurture this ecosystem, ensuring that the operating system remains free, open, and driven by those who use it. As we stand on the cusp of new technological frontiers, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, the Internet of Things, Linux isn't just participating, it's leading the way. Linux provides the foundation upon which innovators build. Its flexibility and openness make it the ideal platform for experimentation and advancement. The possibilities are as limitless as the imaginations of those who contribute to it. But the journey wasn't without its hurdles. In the late 90s, industry giants saw Linux as a threat. There were lawsuits, fear-mongering, attempts to undermine the open source movement. Yet, the community stood firm. Their resilience paid off. Over time, perceptions changed. Those who once saw Linux as an adversary began to recognize its value. Even Microsoft, once a staunch opponent, embraced Linux. Today, it runs on Microsoft's Azure cloud platform, symbolizing a profound shift towards collaboration over competition. The story of Linux is far from over. From powering Mars rovers to redefining how we connect in the digital age, its influence keeps expanding. But here's the thing, this isn't just about technology, it's about daring to imagine a world built on collaboration and freedom. So, what's next? Will Linux spark the next revolution in AI? Will it take us to new worlds, literally or figuratively? One thing's certain, when the next chapter is written, you'll know it started with a few lines of code in a dorm room, and that's the kind of story that never stops inspiring.